Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's well, when I'm working and taking time out to do these races, I need to make use of every moment. So forgive me, I have started the stream just a little bit early. Let me just adjust that camera ever so slightly. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I have started this one just a little bit early. Because every moment counts, and I'm hoping to be streaming for the next hour or so. The idea today is that we're going to be having a little look at the daily races. That's the idea. 4 minutes until the next race, but this one is prepping. So as far as the daily races are concerned this week, we've got a specified car around Trial Mountain in the Nissan Z Performance. Not really into that unless I need to rebuild my SR, of course. A bone of contention with me, but there we go. Daily race B is 6 laps around Fuji International Speedway in the GR4. But the one that I want to have a go at this week, and I know I'm probably pushing myself out of my comfort zone a little bit, is the daily race C at the Yas Marina circuit in the GR3 cars. Now, I am trying to get to grips with the GR3. The big question is Jack Kobe going to do me a lap time? Because he is blindingly fast around here. I mean, really, really quick. And annoyingly, I didn't save a replay of a very, very quick race that he did yesterday. The other thing as well is cars. Now, the car is really, I'm in a 2 and 8 on this one, because Tate has done it in the 911 and Elia Race has done it in the 458, the Ferrari. Everybody seems to be going towards the 992, the brand new Porsche. Now, is that because it is the new car in the game and everybody wants to run it? I don't know. The R8 seems to be quite popular in here, and there's a lot of people in that R8. There's still quite a lot of people in the 911. The Huracan does come into the top sort of 2025. The Mercedes AMG is in there, but I'm not seeing all the V12 Vantage and the Citroen's a bit of a surprise. I'm not seeing the BMW in there, which is a real shame. So I have loaded up the Porsche, but I'm not sure about it. Also, I want to be doing more in the 296, because that is the car that we are racing in the Hoggies GT Championships, and there is a 296 in position 34 with a replay. So I'm just wondering whether we might bounce around between the 911 and the Ferrari for the moment, because what I want to do is just see what sort of lap time I can put together in this one. So, you know, a lot of it is going to come down to how quickly I can get up to speed. And when I'm talking about how quickly I can get up to speed, I'm talking about getting a sub 2000 time. That's what I'm basically going to be looking for. So we're in the Porsche at the moment. I guess we might as well just go and chase the top person in. Actually, I don't know that I want to chase the top person in the world. Has Tidgney set a time? He has, in the Porsche. Oh, let's load Tidgney's. I like chasing Tidgney. I don't know why, but I seem to do better chasing Tidgney than anybody else. So let's get into this one and just see what we can do. Now, one of the things that I haven't done is to have looked at his lap time. Because I have been looking at a few. So I'm just going to chase him. I'm on red already. Let's just do a retry. I am probably going to need to look at a few of the replays just to see how people are doing, especially on that corner there and in this one. But as I said, Jack Kobe is silly quick around here, and I'd love to be chasing Jack. A bit confused. Why am I getting red? So I'm obviously getting an invalid lap there for some reason. Here we go. So down to here. Look at the beginning of the curve there. Come out in a second. You can take a lot of that inside there. But you've got to get it slowed down for this one. Oh, penalties are a bit harsh around here. I'm going to need to keep it in limits for the minute. This is all part of prep. How quickly I'm going to get into a race will depend on how quickly I can get up to speed in this. As I said, I might need to have a look at Tijani's replay and see what gears he's using. A little bit deep into there. That is a corner that I and a lot of people are struggling with. So again, I might need to just take a look at Tijani and see how he's going through there. Oh, I didn't brake hard enough there. Brake a lot harder. Just as you go through that corner. That is where I and a lot of people go off. Just start this one again. It's quite a long lap, this. Jack tells me this flows really well when you get into the hang of it. And I think at the moment I'm trying to brake a little bit too late into some of the corners. One of the key things is getting the speed off of the corners. Oh, another penalty. Have to work hard. I think what I might do is I might jump on board and take a look at Tijani's gears and where he's turning and stuff. Because we're quite clearly making too many mistakes. Picking up track limits like crazy. Thought I had a rough idea of the lap. I've looked at Jack but not really studied Jack's lap time. Porsche cars do normally try and kill me, so like I said, I may well switch to the Ferrari if the Ferrari is quick enough. And of course the times will drop, I have no doubt, over the next few days as people try different cars and get used to different cars. Penalties all over the shop, so I'm going to have to really watch that. chat's working. But no chats. Thank you for the 8 people that are in watching at the moment. Just have to do a quick check in a minute. Hey Ozzy! Thank you, my friend. Now I know it's working. How you doing? I'll just read that in a moment. Super GT is going to do a video on something. Let me just have a look about the crazy penalties in Daily C. Ooh. So obviously the penalties are pretty harsh in Daily Race C, is what I'm hearing there. So let's just do a retry. Penalties in this one for championship. Okay, well that's interesting, because that means if you behave yourself, there are places to be had, aren't there, under where people are serving penalties. So that could be an opportunity. We've just got to learn where they are and just make sure that we stay within them. Because even if then we're not the quickest guy on track, if somebody's out there picking up penalties, we can possibly not pick them up. Might be some places to be had. Could be interesting. You got pushed over the line and got one. Oh, that is the one thing that really gets me, is when you get pushed over the line and you get a penalty. That sort of leads into a video that I'm writing at the moment, which isn't about penalties, it's about desperate driving, which the game seems to promote. And that does feed into that. If somebody knows that they can give you a nudge wide and you get a penalty, they're going to get the place ahead of you. Which will be a real pain. And I'm pretty sure that there are some people that learn how to push people to get them penalties so that they can get through. I had it a few weeks ago where I was racing with a guy, and every time we got into a race together, I would get nudged into the same corner when he was behind, and I'd wind up with a penalty. So much so I got used to it. I learnt pretty quickly, 2 or 3 races he did it to me. Didn't do it after that, but only because I was aware of it. Got another one, look. And I'm trying to look at Tidgney where he's going. He's awfully close to track limits all the time. But obviously not picking any up. So we just need to do the same. Yeah, the penalty system is something that can be taken advantage of by some people if they want to. Aye, aye. My problem is that I'm very often the guy that managed to get myself on the outside of corners. And people have often said to me, cover the inside line, don't get round, don't try and go around the outside, because you're going to get pushed out. William, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever. Don't even know what time of day it is while I'm trying to do this. just want to get a half decent lap and then try the Ferrari. No. Well, don't even need to get a half decent lap. I just need to have a rough idea of what this car can do. Ozzy, it's a video that I'm writing at the moment, my friend. Look, I'm red already. I've been saying for a long time I'm going to do this video, which is going to be very, very contentious. I've already had arguments with people about my thinking and their thinking, and I'm not on the same wavelength as a lot of people. You're making me think I need to do that video sooner rather than later. I want to get it on record just for when the channel grows a bit and if I ever get to talk to PD. But let's keep that one for later. Let me concentrate on what we're doing here, and then maybe I'll look at trying to get that video finalised, the script for it, later this evening and get that released this week. Oh, I've set a record. Oh, that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Yeah, see? God, penalties around here are harsh. Really, really harsh. I'm going to try and focus on the Daily Race C, but the penalties are very, very, very harsh, as we were just discussing there with Ozzy. And he's had a few people, by the sound of things, pushing him off to get penalties. So he's got penalties whilst being pushed. So this might be one to potentially give a miss on this week. We shall see. A lot of it will depend how we go out there. So at the moment I'm practicing Daily Race C and just trying to see if we can get the lap time down to something reasonable. I'm in the Porsche at the moment, and then I do want to jump into the Ferrari just because the Ferrari is the car that I'm using in the GT Championship with Hulky, and you know me, I'm not very good at bouncing around between cars and tracks. So if I can hook the Ferrari up close to the Porsche time, even if the Porsche is going to be the OP car, then I'll do that. But obviously what I don't want to be doing is throwing away places if the Porsche is so much quicker. Where on earth am I getting that penalty from? I thought I was well in the track there. Clearly not. We're nearly at the end of the lap, so let's... go around again and see if it will start me off on a fresh one. It has. No, it hasn't. I want a decent time so I can then jump into the Ferrari and just see how it goes compared to the Porsche. Keep a wheel in there. Keep a wheel in there. Keep a wheel in there. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use a tip that Dan gave me some time ago about using the rev limiter, and I'm trying to make sure I keep a wheel on the lower part of the curb into some of these corners. Isn't on that one. That's a corner that I've got to work on. When I know which car I'm going to run with, then I'll probably look at the fast lap time for that particular car. And see how that individual does it. Off. Where on earth did I get a penalty there? What? 56. The Hyundai was okay, but I did find it very, very difficult on the hard tyres around the Nords. As you can tell, I didn't do very well in that race. Hang on, I've already... nice car, but it's not one that I wouldn't particularly pick myself. I'd definitely stick with the G70 wherever possible. Got both tyres beyond the white line, did I? Yeah. Thanks, mate. Just probably pushing it a bit too hard. Oh, I've got somebody on the door. Bear with me a second. Okay, so Joe's been ordering more stuff. Good job that came before I was racing. Oh, did I lock the door? Oh, did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? Yes, I did. Okay, bear with me a second. Let me just get back to my desk. This is the only problem with streaming in the day. People knocking on the door. Right, so Malumu, however you say that, both tyres will be on the line. Let's just restart this one. Right, so I've got 158.2. Is the best at the moment. Whoa. Over that white line there. A lot of people go, be so fast. Oh no, not again. That I thought that I was sure that I had all of my wheels on the same tire, on the same line. Jack, I need a lap, my friend. These track limits are crazy. I think what I did is I put my left-hand wheels on the white line on the outside there, and even though the right-hand tyres were over the white line on the track, it deemed me to be off. These track limits are tough. So a lot of it is going to be learning where to place your car so you don't get track limits. I need to get into a race pretty quick, don't I? Because there are going to be people getting track limits like crazy in this morning. There will be places to pick up. I'm hoping to go on track soon. I just don't know which one to go with. Oh, is that Gren still going on track soon? Hello, Grenster. Not seen you for a while. How you doing? Keep two wheels in. Again, where am I getting? Where am I getting the track limit on that corner? Ah! Hello, Trigger. And Heinsberger, thank you for popping in. And yeah, this is doing my head in. This is more entertaining for you guys. I'm watching Rory, who's probably going around without making a mistake, and I'm all over the place struggling. I bet he's going around pin-picked around this track. Pixel perfect is the word I wanted there, not pin perfect. one again. I'm gonna have to practice this a lot. Tidgney is so close to going over the line. I think this is what I'm doing, is I'm trying to follow in Tidgney's lines, but because I'm just wandering out just ever so slightly wider and sliding out, I'm going over the line, whereas he's millimetre perfect. Come on. Thanks, Trigger. He's a bit obsessed, I'm not going to lie. Don't go over the line. Still got a penalty to serve. See what we can do. That's the one I think I've got to be careful on. Come, don't give me a penalty. I slowed down to a stop there. Coming through here. Tell you what, people that can do this track and nail these corners are going to be loving this week. Right, let's keep it within the lines. We've done a 158.4, we're done a 158.2. Going straight away now, Mitchell. No! Oh, come on, we weren't over the line, were we? Surely not. Surely not. Oh, come on. This is very frustrating. Come on, I want one decent lap and then I'll jump into the Ferrari and see what it can do. It's going to be over, isn't it? Come on, I jumped the curb there. Stay in the track. I'm not getting this section through here. That last section through there. Is it giving me the track limit as soon as I go over that line? Right, we're in. We're in. Because normally there's a little bit of a delay on the track limits. Right, it's giving it as soon as you go out of the track limits. There's no delay on it. So if I come around here and I just go over this line, there you go, straight away. Let me just do this again. This is where I'm getting this track limit. I'm in here, then I'm in. You could go halfway up that one. If you slide out there, just tiniest little bit, that one you've got, okay, got it. Need to be tidier into here. You can cut it a little bit more on the way in. I want to just see. Right, you can't cut that. Okay, got it. Concentrate this time. This is a section that I am going to need to work on a little bit. That is a section I need to work on because Tidgney seems to jump across the curb there, but if I jump across it too much, then it's an issue. So we've just got to be a bit careful. fact, one of my issues with chasing one of the top guys in the world is they are invariably millimetre perfect on the track limits. Whereas if I slide just that millimetre over, then I'm into track limit issue. That is, as I've found in the past, one of my issues in chasing one of these top guys. You see, Tidgney jumps that curb. When I jump it, I managed to put a wheel over. But look at the amount of distance that he's got out that corner. Hello, King Weirdo. The distance that he's got out that corner, just by doing that, exploiting those track limits as much as he can, in a way that I don't have the skills to do. That said, he's done it on this occasion. Can he do it on every occasion? That is Max Verstappen standard, isn't it? If you can do it every single time. I am not up to that sort of level of skill to absolutely compromise myself through all of those corners to make sure we don't go off. A 156.180 now. Right, we could be time to drop into the Ferrari in a minute. God, channel my inner Max Verstappen. I haven't got an inner Max Verstappen. Like, fair in hell. Weirdo did this race a couple of hours ago when they changed over, started first and won the race. Well done. Your time was a 154. Woo! That's jolly quick. A 154.9. I'm in a 156.1. So you're telling me I'm wet. What DR rank are you now, Weirdo? As in, is that an A+ rank time? Because I've got to manage my expectations here. Don't go off. Right. So 156.1. Let's just see what we can do. Let's see how planted the Ferrari is around here. Now, there aren't many people in the Ferrari, admittedly. So Kimura said the Ferrari is really good. Yeah, I want to try the 296. And see how that goes. I know everybody's jumping into the Porsche at the moment, and I understand why that is. Oh, look at it's changing at the top. Look, 911s, lots and lots and lots of 911s. It looks like it might be the 911 is the way to go. That's not what I want to hear. The thing is, that Porsche, if you can get it right, and I'm not good enough, you can really get some aggressive rotation on it. For some of these corners, which can help really swing that back end around. I think that was over the line, wasn't it? Well, I know it was over the line. Got away with it. Wouldn't it be funny if it's just that the marshals don't like Porsches? What time is it? What time of day? It's currently 20 to 12. And I've been doing this for 40 minutes, so I really need to try and get into a race in a minute. But for the moment, I just want to see what I can do in this car. Oh, do a retry. Chasing a 156. So, King, what DR are you now? That's a corner I really need to work on. This thing rotates quite nicely too. Especially that last corner. I think I prefer this car. You know what I think? They've calculated the dimensions on the Porsche 992 wrong. And even though you are millimetre correct on the track limits, the game has calculated the car wrong and it's giving you out a penalty. That's what it is. It's not the driver, it's the car. Oh, let's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Let's get the conspiracy theories flying. Oh, no, 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 no. Woo. Okay, we've been that one. Ooh. Trigger, don't go too quick. You're only 1 second off A+ qualifying times. You will end up with aliens. What? Indian Stig, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just... Seriously, am I that quick? No way. That's... Okay, let me just... I'm loving the Ferrari. I'm not going to lie. Thank you, Stig. I am loving that Ferrari. Compared to the Porsche, the Ferrari is... The Porsche is there, the Ferrari is there. Oh, we're liking that. That's good, because I need to get to grips with the Ferrari as well. Where are we then? So I am half a second off of Wheels. Wheels is quick. 1,136 at the moment. At the moment. That's not bad. That's not bad. That ain't bad at all. Rory's a 155.1. This will be crazy. I won't do very well in the race because I never do when I first start. But if Rory's doing a 155.1 and we're done a 155.5, where's the 296? There it is. Load the Ghost. So what you're saying then, as a B-rank racer, I won't really want to be going any quicker for the practice, really. I'm also not sure about the quali on this one either. Sorry, not the quali, the strategy. I'm assuming racing mediums. There should have been a penalty there. Did I dip the wheel in? I don't seem to be getting the penalties in the same way that I was in the Porsche. It's those big fat tyres on the back that does it, isn't it? You don't realise there's about another 3 feet of car sticking out the side of where you're sitting. That's what it is. Oh, I've got one there. Right, that is a corner that I do need to work on. And I think what I'm not going to do, even though it'll be a little bit slower, I'm not going to jump that corner like the pros do. Let's come out of there in a different gear. Need to come out there in second. If I come out in first, I'm going round. I think we might be able to get A this week. Be nice, wouldn't it? We're going to need to stay out of trouble. Don't cut it. Don't cut it. Had a great time in Indian Stig's lobby last night, guys. If you haven't already, please hop across to his channel and say hello and hit that sub. He ran a brilliant lobby last night and was in there with Jack Kobe. I was only popping in for an hour. I was in there for ages. Some of the best racing I've had in a long time. It was a bit tough at times, I'm not gonna lie, but it was very, very enjoyable. Indian, if you're still around, can you chuck your channel URL up in the chat there? I don't know if he's still around or if he's gone. Oh, there we go, over that line. Hopefully he'll put his URL out. We had some great racing last night. I think it was all GR3s, and the winner was choosing the track to run on. As per usual, I tried too hard initially. I settled in, and it was great. I loved it. It all ended too soon though. As it always does. I don't think Indian's around now. If you go into YouTube at the top bar and you put Indian Stig Racing, you should be able to find him. Got a YouTube channel. If you could pop in and just say hello in one of the videos and just say Mitchell sent me, that would be fabulous. Don't come out of there in first, Mitchell. You're going to get yourself into trouble. Well, we are 4 minutes away from doing a race. Bit wrong there. That's getting great. If you put both wheels over the white line anywhere around here, you're in trouble. So a lot of this week is going to be learning to push the track limits, but not push them too hard. Especially through that little final section. Down here, brake in a straight line, 50. Sweep back and underneath. Came out there in second. I went too deep as well. Start on mediums, hit lap 5. Whoa, hang on a second, this is important. William says, start on mediums, pit lap 5, softs till the end. King says, no, I did start softs, pit end of lap 5 and the mediums to the end. I was getting very similar lap times, all 5 laps on the soft. So you're doing 5 on the soft. Okay, I watched a couple of tubes this morning, and they were pitting 7. So I thought I was going to be coming in 7. On the mediums, but you're thinking that the softs will go longer. But what about this car though? wondering whether to do one race on softs. I mean, I'm not doubting you guys, but I'm just wondering about doing one race on softs just to see how far I can go with them. And then adjust that for the second race to go medium, changing long enough to last on those softs. Because what cars are you running? Are you doing the Porsche or the Ferrari? Let me just have a little look. So William says, "Oh, okay. I watched Rory's stream, and that's what he did. I will have a look." Morning, Paul. Morning. The sauce wear out pretty quickly, says King. And William says he was in the Porsche, and so was Rory. It could be different for the Ferraris. I'm thinking for this first race, and I don't know how it's going to go. For this first race, I'm thinking that what I might do is go with the softs initially. Let me just make sure I've got both tyres. I've got the softs and the mediums, so that's all right. Right. So we are. Oh my gosh, we're way down in 11th. But look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A's in here. Nearly everybody's in the 911. Chris, two in front of me, is in the Audi. Foxfly behind is in the Audi. Yeah, let's just see how we go. I'm just going to see how far into the race I can go on the softs. And then what I'll do for the rest of the week is swap it out so that we go racing mediums to start, then the soft, because I think that's the best way to go. But I need to know how far I can take those tyres. And you know I'm going to be in all sorts of trouble in the first race because nerves are already getting high. And yeah, we'll just see how things go. So we're starting 11th. And we need to be finishing 6th or higher to improve the DR. Which does therefore mean that I do need to try and get my lap time down a bit. I'm not fast enough at the moment. I need to find more time. Oh, what a horrible place to start, right on that corner. That's like Spa. They're in first, why? push me wide. Now it's a typical high B where people are desperate to improve their DR to get into the A, but also you've got a lot of low A's that are desperate to stay A. So they are absolutely desperate to get by and will just push by. Part of the video that I want to do. I'm writing at the moment. Oh no, that's off. It's going to be another half second. Flaunting with the track limits again, aren't I? Getting a bit close at times. these corners in first. Have a slight problem that I haven't done. I've never done a pit in this. I don't even know where the pit lane is. I've just realised. I've got no idea where the pit entrance is. That's a problem. That's a real problem. I've got myself completely carried away today. That is an issue, isn't it? Is it there? Looks like it's down there. Or is it there? It's there, isn't it? Yeah, it's there. End of the last corner. Is that the last corner? It's not that one. So we go through the hotel, under the hotel, I should say. And then it's in there. Okay, gotcha. Right, this is it, isn't it? Round here somewhere. Right, we're not going to need any. Don't need any fuel. We're good. So I reckon. Did I pit end of lap 8 or 9? End of lap 8. So I think we're saying end of lap 7, aren't we, really, for me? Lost where I was there. Well, no, I need to do 7 laps, don't I, on the soft tyres? I think I'm hitting lap 5. Would that be right? Too deep. Come on, go through, you've got faster tyres. Tell you what, these medium tyres aren't a lot slower than the softs. So I could probably brake a lot earlier, pit a lot earlier. Thought he'd gone over the line there. Woo! Wow, first race done. So, if I need to, if you're saying I should have changed my softs at lap 7, so racing softs end of 7, if I did racing mediums, end of lap 5. Good night, King. Good night, good night, good night. Oh, I'm thinking that we should have maybe pitted on lap 5, as somebody said earlier. Oh, we increased our DR. Well, well, well. me just check my email for the moment. Bear with me a second. I am still on my lunch break at the moment, so we're okay. Just making sure I'm not needed. We're okay for the moment. Possibly get one more done. Should we do one more? Shall we do one more, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Should we give it one more go? And pit lap 5. So softs, 5 mediums. It does look like we've got to get this lap time down a bit more. So, hard to tell. The softs you were only driving for 4 laps and they look fine for that. But how long you can drive? Good afternoon, Ollie. Yeah, it's a good point. Okay, well, we'll try. Ugh. When I started on the softs, didn't I? I started on the soft. So if I started on the soft and I went, pretty sure I started on the soft, I think I can go 5. 5 on the medium, in, put the softs on and go for it. I'm going to try that. If it all goes wrong, it all goes wrong. Sometimes you've got to throw the dice and try these things. We're going to be doing a lot more races tomorrow, so if I can just get it nailed today, tomorrow we'll go straight into the daily races at 11 o'clock and see how we go. So, switch it on its head now. We're going to start on the racing mediums. Ozzy, good evening. It's all a bit of a learning curve at the moment, my friend. We just did a race and we didn't even know where the pit was, which was a bit alarming. And we were on the soft mediums. We did okay. I don't know how much I've increased. I don't know how much I've increased my my DR, but the DR did go up, which was good. So, but I don't know by how much. So in this one, we're going to try flipping it on its head. We're going to go racing mediums first. And it looks like the game has decided not to put me in A's. So it's potentially dropped me down just a little bit. No, I went soft medium, Farronell. Soft medium. So I went 8 laps on the softs. So I'm thinking pit lap 5, come in, put the softs on and race to the end. So as somebody said earlier on, well, Ozzy, it's interesting. The penalties, I was getting penalties all the time in the Porsche. I am not getting as many penalties in the Ferrari, but in my mind, I feel like I'm pushing the Ferrari faster and closer to the track limits. So read into that what you will. Read into that what you will. I'm wondering if it's all a perspective, whether you're sitting more in the middle of the Porsche with the big wide haunches at the back that are getting over the track limit. I don't know. Any which way. Oh, that's a horrible place to start. That's probably a track limit straight away. I'm liking the Ferrari, but that's not a good place to start, is it? In that position. We will have to bear that in mind in future. If we're starting on that position right on the corner. Too deep. Yeah, honestly, I was... Has he just bumped me off deliberately, that guy? What was that about? I don't know what happened there. I think he might have gone auto drive or something. Yeah, I was using the rev limiter for track limits in the Porsche, but I was getting track limits all the time. I was getting track limits a lot, whereas I'm doing the same using the rev limiter or the rev counter, and it's working for me in this one. Although I am trying to push the track limits more and more and more at the moment. Right there. Just trying to explore them a little bit. Pretty sure that would have been a track limit in the Porsche. Oh, that is. Mega lift there, and through the car sideways to try and make sure we didn't get one. Right, I need to calm down. I'm trying a bit too hard now. I'm talking. Don't know if there's any way I can close up on these guys up front here. It's a big old group. Hello, Rachel. I tried to get into your lobby last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't, my friend. I don't know whether I've been blocked by somebody. I'm finding that a little bit in 1 and 2 mine where 1 or 2 of the guys have been blocked. Come on, get round. Come on. I just kept getting an error. I do know that if you're blocked by somebody in the lobby, then you can't get in. Yeah. Anyway, concentrate on this. Okay, Chris has come in on the softs on this place lap. So he's gone 5. Yeah, we've proven it, actually. Because one of my guys has blocked somebody else, and if he's in, the other one can't get in. And if the guy that's done the blocking is not in, the guy that normally can't get in can get in. But as the host, there's nothing I can do about it. I think the host should be able to block, but not players, personally. But that doesn't seem to be how it works. Anyway, let me concentrate. Ugh. It's all got a bit sloppy at the moment on my part. Yeah, fair enough, it is. Right, let's see how we go on these tyres. Well, a bit slippery for the minute. Good night, Oddie. Ugh. That was awful. I need the ghost car to help me round. So the fastest lap is a 1:56.2 and we've done a 1:58.3, so a couple of tenths of a second off at the moment. Oh, that's a penalty. It is. Guys are in on mediums. I pitted a lap too early. I wonder. Guys in front got a slipstream, so really need to try and get on the back of them if at all possible. It's going to be easier said than done with a penalty in over my head. We'll get that served now. There's somebody else in there with one too. first again. Come on, stop making these mistakes. Guys in front still 3.5 seconds. We need a lot of penalties. A lot of end of race incidents, which I hope doesn't happen for their sake, because there's some good racing going on there. It will spoil some absolutely great battles. It's a bit too late braking. There's a lot of individual little fights going on up ahead. Big question is, are they going to work with each other? Or are they going to fight? If they're going to work together, we won't catch them. If they're going to fight, there is an opportunity here. Never say never. Braking back just a little bit there. It's a pain. Really pushing track limits at the moment. I am. Oh no. Really deep there. I need to work harder on my lap time. To get that down a little bit. Oh. It's a bit unfortunate. It's definitely not what we want to be doing. Oh dear. Ouch. Big ouch. Big ouch. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. I need to do a lot more work on it. Was it manual I hit? I think it was, wasn't it? It's unfortunate. I was trying to go around the outside. Well, I was committed to go around the outside after he did the penalty, and I just had nowhere to go. I think he left. It was a Lambo. It was a Lambo, and he left. He left the room. The difficult thing, where I struggled with that one, unfortunately, was reading the race, because I decided I was going to go around the outside of him, and then he came across and I had nowhere to go. And unfortunately, then we just caught each other. So we're 390 down on the DR for the day. Let me just check my email and see where we're at. Okay, it looks like I might be able to squeeze another one in. Might just be able to squeeze another one in. Just see what we can do. Yeah, fair enough. Should have gone on the inside. It was difficult because I was... As he took the penalty, I was on the outside of him and sort of alongside and going quicker, and I couldn't get on the inside. It was my reading of the situation, I think, that caused the issue there. And again, you know, it does come down to my racecraft. It really does. But hey ho, it is what it is. Good afternoon, Tom. Yeah, just got to learn to read the race better. So I should have gone on the inside there. So I need to get a decent lap time, and I need to get a decent finish. See if I can get that 400 points back. Although losing 400 on the first day It's not the end of the world when I'm learning the track and the car. Although I do seem to be better in the Ferrari. Thank you, Trigger. Just got to be more consistent and be more careful. Yeah, Farano, it's my mistake. It's my mistake, cost me bad. It was quite the mistake. It was what you call a bleep up. Oh, did it? Yes, thank you, Tom. I am. I'm feeling better, but yeah, big mistake on my part. Massive mistake on my part. There's, you know, just the way that it is at the end of the day. Oh, we got a few A's in here. Is that guy in here? No. Oh, unfortunately not. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Was it Manu? You know, this is all part of why we do this. It's all learning. It's what I love about sim racing. It's all learning all the time. It really is. I'm 10th. I'm going to start on that corner again, aren't I? Or close to. I'm 2 behind Manu. But Farronell, this is why I continue to consider myself an average racer at best. Don't compute quick enough when things are happening. And I need to compute things faster and read the race better and make more intelligent decisions. I lifted that time, so I didn't go off. Oh, I've started on the softs. Oh, what a wally. I need to get that changed in the garage while I'm talking and thinking about things. But that's okay. Went a little bit wide there. I knew that the Porsche was on the inside and I was just a little bit worried. Thought he was going to try the inside of those two guys there as well. Hello, Hokey. Did you enjoy your charity gig at the weekend? planning ahead is one of the things I'm not overly good at doing. I sort of live in the moment, not thinking a couple of corners on. But once again, Farnell, you've got me. You've got the measure of me. You know what my issues are. Oh. We've obviously upset somebody up there. Now this one's done, my friend. I've obviously upset that guy up there. Didn't like the run down the inside, I think. He didn't like my overtake into here. He was slow. I went deep. He didn't like it and was going to have me off, I'm afraid. Heart's gone out of this one now. somebody else having him off now as well, I think, if it was that guy. Oh. I am in this one because I'm not bothering. I'm just chucking the car around the track for this, if I'm honest. My heart's gone out of it. I'm not concentrating. They're hard, aren't they, Jack? I know exactly how you're feeling, my friend. I was again there. Oh my god, I can't even fit. I can't even put it in the pit. pushed again. Oh. We will be last, but I'm not going to give in. I will not rage quit. Yeah, Ollie, I've had to completely relearn this track. It's a bit of a pain because, oh, Gr.x said about this coming up this week, and I ran a Yas Marina one in the week so that I could watch Jack's lap, and I just was getting penalties all over the place, so I've had to change how I'm racing it. And also the other thing that's interesting is I kept on getting penalties like mad in the Porsche. Now I know I have in this one because I've been treating this almost like a qualifying session just to see where I can push the limits and stuff. So I've got a fair old few track limits in this one, which I'm not worried about. But I am getting less track limits in the Ferrari than the Porsche. But I have been messing around in this one a little bit. Just exploring some different brake markers and things. That one I'd want to brake earlier. Been experimenting with braking later through there, and that corner just there. Brake harder into that corner. But you can see, I've done a 1:57.0 my fastest lap. The fastest lap from the fastest is a 1:54. So I'm so off the pace in these lobbies. It's crazy. 3 seconds a lap. Over a 12 lap race, what's that, 36, that's half a minute off. Even if I'm going as fast as I possibly can. But then again, I'm so worried about track limits. 150. Down the curve. Get turned in. Jack, I believe somebody said earlier on that GT is going to do a video on it. For me, I'm just trying to keep all four wheels well, at least keep two wheels on the track at all times. So are you going to do this one then, or are you going to knock it on the head and not do this race this week? Hey, as people remind me, Gran Turismo is a game. The game this week is to stay in track limits. But even when I'm watching Tidgney, I'm struggling through here because he does jump over there. But when I jump over there, half the time I get a penalty, so it's hard, very hard. Anyway. Oh, good to see a PlayStation Racery thingy just gone in there. Let me just get from Hulky. New PSR logo. He's on GT7. Tag is PSR. Cool, I'll have those at that. I'll have a nose, Hulky. Ollie says, doesn't seem like many would do daily C personally with these track limits. Well, to be honest, I've been bunched in with a load of A's. Two of my races had a lot of A rank races in. Look, A. The top three are A's. So it's 3 A's. There's another A behind me. And then 4 D and F's. Unfortunately, my S ranking taker, I did caught somebody somewhere, which really hurt me, which wasn't good. But there we go. It is what it is. So that has going to have really affected my DR. Have I got time to do another one? 996 minus for the day. Let's just turn on GT stats. No whether. Oh, just do a refresh. Good. Will pick me up. I don't know whether that is going to. I need to move it around again. Let me just go into the properties. There. Oh no, it's not that. Oh, why do they keep doing it? Well, I know why they keep doing it. I would do it too if I was them. Bear with me a second. Transform. Edit transform. And what I need to do is right, let's just take that back up. Bear with me a second. I'll have a look at that later on, but you can see where it is. I need to do some work on it. Right, so Ollie says, true, but my time is 2.1 of the top guy and I'm 319th in the world. Just doesn't seem right to me being that high up, but so far back. Yeah, I do know. I know exactly what you're saying. Where am I with my email? Because I should be back by now, but I might go another one. Yeah, I'll do one more because that last one was horrible. I didn't like that. I think there's probably a lot of people not doing it yet. Mind you, you've got the States won't have or the Americans and the Americas won't have come on yet, so won't really know until tomorrow exactly where we are at, and we may well be a lot lower this time tomorrow, because at the moment even I'm quite high up. You see, look, it's a bit weird now. I'm fourth, yet a moment ago I was right the way down at the back. Really, really confused. I'm so confused how it's going. I've obviously dropped down quite a bit in the rankings, haven't I? I'm 26,439 at the moment. Yeah, I've dropped down quite a bit, haven't I? So I've got more work to do. Much more work to do. Right. Right, let's concentrate on this one and try hard. Please get me around the corner. Oh, off again. His tyres did not want to turn. Keep that in mind. We are on the mediums. They're not, it's cold. These tyres are cold. They're so slippery compared to the last race. Oh, there's another one. Oh, come on, mate. Goodness me. What was that all about? Ollie, the GT even, Tom even. Woo. It's the guy in front that's picking up the penalties for now, for me. No game sound again. We got a problem where the game sound keeps dropping out. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do about it. It is the last race of that I'm going to be doing, so I don't know whether my capture card is on its way out or my PlayStation 5 is on its way out, but there is a problem somewhere where the game sound is a problem. You might be able to hear that now on the TV. Another one. I know the sound will be awful, but Come on, come on, come on. Jack Kobe dicing with track limits. Uh, where on earth did that one come from? Crikey, a 155.1 from the guy out front. I've certainly been paired with some very quick people this morning. I wonder if enough of the big YouTubers complain that they might change it. Just relax the track limits a little bit. Doesn't, does he? He goes hacking through there. I think that's just his little signature move. Here he goes again. Isn't a lot I could do about that track limit. He was coming through no matter what. Oh, that's another one. God, these tyres are horrible on this occasion. Really horrible. Oh, 7th. And I need to call it a day. I really must call it a day now. Oh. A lot of hard work to be done in this one, I think. I'm going to come back to this at 11 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, I need to get my lap time down quite a bit. And yeah, I just need to really push. That Alpha, oh, he kept shooting through the middle there. I think he was last, wasn't he? Yeah, he is still running last. No more Max. Well, he's certainly giving it Max through there. Really giving it Max through there. Very, very good. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hard work this is. Very hard work in this daily races. I don't know where that has left me. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a little quick look. Oh, minus 696. Oh, looks like we are at. Let me just do a refresh. Refresh that. My S ranking went a bit down. I need to repair that. My B did go up ever so slightly. But we are not looking good for the day. We are down. We are down. We're down 690 on the day. So 26,445. But we've learnt a lot. And I think that we might be able to build on that towards the end of the week. Maybe people will give up on it. Who knows? We'll have to see how things go tomorrow. I'm going to jump back into this at 11 o'clock tomorrow. See how we go. Probably won't be streaming for quite as long tomorrow, but we are going to be back tonight at 9 o'clock for some lobby racing. So I'll see you then. For now, have a great morning, day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever you're doing. Have a great one. Catch you later. Bye.